Across the United States, more than 1 million women are behind bars. Serving time in prison is difficult for any inmate, but a woman's hardest time in prison will be contributed by her own body. A female inmate's most dreaded time will fall upon her when she starts her period, due to the lack of accessibility to sanitary products. In 2017, federal prisons passed legislation to provide free menstrual products to female inmates. However, 95% of women serving time are located in state and county prisons. Females in state and county prisons are not guaranteed free or accessible sanitary products, which is a deplorable violation of human rights. These vile conditions for female inmates have led to suffering from unfathomable and traumatic events in their efforts to deal with their periods, something they did not choose to have. Additionally, these current conditions pose the high risk of bacterial infection and, more drastically, death. All female inmates should have free and accessible sanitary products. The amount of products available for female inmates drastically needs to increase in quantity. As it stands currently, these inmates are not being properly supplied the products they need, and many female inmates have no means of acquiring sanitary products. 72% of incarcerated women live below the poverty line before entering prison. Furthermore, in state prisons, female inmates are only paid a few cents an hour, hardly a feasible income. Many inmates simply cannot afford to spend $2.63 on a package of sanitary pads, as that amounts to a few days of work. Due to these conditions, many women are forced to go to extreme lengths. Potentially having to offer sex in exchange for products that you need is absolutely vile, and just adds another predicament a female inmate must confront to add to their atrocious time in prison. As it stands currently, state and local prisons decided the extent to which their inmates are given sanitary products. These state and local prisons are failing to adequately support their inmates. At some prisons, 2 women are forced to share 5 pads per week. Health-wise, to prevent all types of infections, females should change their pads at least every 4 hours, even if there's only a small amount of blood on it, not several days. Having to consistently wear a soiled pad only degrades female inmates and further dehumanizes them. Currently, legislators desperately need revising so that the amount of sanitary products given to female inmates are increased. One such legislator, the Dignity for Incarcerated Women Act, broached by Senator Kamala Harris, will make all feminine hygiene products free for all female inmates. A key factor in handling the reform of the current incarceration system is dealing with the female inmates' trauma, due to previous insufficient sanitary product availability. Moreover, with a large majority of prisoners living below the poverty line, only a minuscule amount will seek counseling once leaving prison or jail. Thus, prisons and jails should seek to aid prisoners with their trauma while they are still inside the prison walls. Some organizations exist to offer counseling services to former inmates, but it is impossible to provide an outreach for every released inmate.
There's been an issue over the past, I'd say, 20 plus years that's been brought to the attention of folks because the rise in population of females in prisons and jails. It definitely affects their health, both mentally and physically. We'll have women come in and they're using rags, they're using all kinds of other things try to make it work, and it just doesn't. We see a lot of it too, not just inside the prison, but also outside. So, I've had clients come into our office and they didn't have the money to buy the product. I will tell you, I had a woman come in one day and she had on white pants and she had come on the dark rail to our office and she was having all kinds of issues, feminine issues, and she just, leaked all over her white pants. And so we helped her get some, clothes and some other items so she didn't cover her up so she could go back home on the bus because she was so embarrassed. Some women suffer from fibroids or endometriosis or some other issues which makes their monthly cycle very painful. That along with not having access to the product to care for and give you that mental stability can be very effective. I think everything affects a person, from especially the conditions in which they live and are surrounded by, and how they're treated, and what they've had access to. The feminine issues can affect somebody drastically once they come out. If they haven't gotten proper care, if they haven't gotten proper access, if they have a mental illness, and they haven't gotten medication, haven't been diagnosed properly, it makes a big difference. And it also makes a big difference from the standpoint of how they're going to enter society and what opportunities are going to be available for them. Already you're dealing with a group of women that don't feel very good about themselves, don't feel loved, don't feel that they're worth a lot, and have very low self-esteem. And then if you compound that by, not providing them the protection that they need for these types of things, it just mounts on top of how they're already thinking. Texas inmates in every state basically, but under this law, Texas inmates have a constitutional right to health care. We need to make sure that they are given the protection that they're needed, so that it doesn't behoove us to have them come out worse psychologically than when they went there.
The state of the current incarceration system only results in creating more traumatized women, but fails to sufficiently address the problems within its own system. In regards to prison reforms, there are a barrage of oppositions. As a normal civilian, you may be asking yourself, why should I care how criminals are treated? The answer is simple. As it stands, the prison system solely focuses on punishment, not rehabilitation. When female inmates are released from jail, their mental scape is already ruined from the horrors they face in prison. Seldomly can someone who has been treated so inhumanely easily adjust to their newfound freedom. Recidivism is the tendency of a convicted criminal to re-offend. These crimes committed by these newly released inmates can range from non-violent to violent, which can affect civilians. Additionally, these disgusting conditions for female inmates are a violation of human rights. No woman's period should be a punishment. Having access to sanitary products is not a luxury. It is a basic human right. Every woman should be able to have adequate and safe access to sanitary products, even those incarcerated. The current conditions for female inmates provide no type of rehabilitation, what prison was originally designed for.
Even though there is a bill being passed, there will not be an immediate effect. There are still measures you can take to aid these women.